Hey folks, Crazy Clown Radio here again. And this time we're going to look at game number 14 in our 20 from 1992 series. And this is the first in a long series of vertically scrolling shoot-em-ups created by Video System. And this is called Aero Fighters. This is also known as Sonic Wings in Japan. And this was distributed by the US company known as McO'River. And they did Video System games. Not all of them. The only other one that I know of was Tao Taido that had the McO'River label on it. But this was created, of course, by Video System. I don't recall coming across this in the arcades. I did see Aero Fighters 2 and 3 in the arcades, and those were created for the NEO GEO arcade system. And this is a very smooth, very cool shoot 'em up. It introduced some kind of new concepts. I don't think that anime-style cutscenes after each stage or mission or whatever, and anime cutscene endings were created with as much gusto as in this one. I mean, they're not actual cinematic type of scenes, but I don't think games or shoot 'em ups really did it quite as much as this one did at this point. And something else that was cool that this introduced was several different characters that you can choose. That comes with a bit of a caveat, though. You can only choose 4 per side of the cabinet. You can choose 4 characters as player 1 or 4 characters as player 2. And we're going to go ahead and get started. And this character I'm going to play as is known as Keaton. And he reappears in many other Sonic Wings / Aero Fighters games. And he ends up becoming a robot or a cyborg, one of the two, later on in the series. Typical with a number of other shoot-em-ups of the time, you can get power-ups. You'll see like a little bullet that flies around with a P on it that will improve the strength of your shot. I just love how smooth this is. You can collect bonus points by destroying certain enemies, usually enemies on the ground. You can get bonus points from dollar signs from the country of the character that you're controlling. So if they're American, you'll see dollar signs. Other countries with characters that you can choose from are Japan, in which you'll see the yen symbol, Sweden, in which you'll see a Krona or a Krona symbol, or characters from the UK, in which you'll see a pound symbol. There is a bit of slowdown at times in this game when there's just a ton of sprites going on, but it's not super bad, I don't think. So you'll see some dialogue in between the stages. That was I think fairly new at the time in shoot 'em ups, that there was dialogue in between every stage. Future Aero Fighters or Sonic Wings games would get better graphically and have more interesting dialogue in between the stages. As also is typical with other shoot 'em ups of the time, you can also collect bombs, and you'll use the second button to fire them, and you have a limited amount of them. There is unfortunately no rapid fire shot in this game. I really wish there was. My thumbs get tired. There are 7 stages in this game, and there are 2 different types of endings that you can get once you get to the final stage and beat the boss. You can actually elect not to beat the boss, and they can get away. You will get a bad ending if that is what happens. And the bad ending really doesn't matter that much. Whether you get a good ending or a bad ending, you will have to play through again in order to get a proper game over. I'll fly anywhere at any time. Yeah, Keaton is one of the Americans. If you put in a credit on the player 2 side, you would get to play as the other American, and that is Keith. Each of these fighter pilots pilot a different plane. Keaton, who we're playing as, his full name is Blaster Keaton. He's a U.S. Desert Storm soldier, and again, he later becomes a cyborg in the Sonic Wings or Aero Fighter series. He pilots an F-14 Tomcat. You will see what the type of plane that they pilot is at the character selection screen. This boss doesn't really, it kind of hides behind these buildings that you can't shoot through. Yeah, I don't recall seeing this in arcades. I do recall seeing, maybe I said, I did see 2 and 3 in the arcades for the NEO GEO arcade cabinet, and I have, I think, 3, part 3 in my NEO GEO arcade cabinet in my living room, which unfortunately doesn't work right now. It's hard to find people to fix machines for you, and I think mine is beyond soldering salvage. I'm not very good at soldering. I was able to fix up one of my machines a long time ago, but it's gone bad again. I'm at least happy to have cabinets that I can look at every day, even if they don't work. Like I said, there are 7 stages. Something of note is that the first 4 stages are chosen at random. And they are chosen from out of 5 different types of stages, the order of which is random. But the last 3 stages are definitely set in stone. Yeah, each character has a different type of shot, they have a different type of bomb, and you can play 2 players simultaneous play. Here I chose not to continue, but we will look at least snippets of the rest of the stages. You do get to put in your initials if you got high enough score to get on the list, and I did. I got number 1. Some shoot-'em-ups would not let you put in your initials if you did not play the game all the way through, and I think that's pretty lame. But yeah, we will see at least parts of the rest of the game. We will also see parts of each possible ending. If you play 2-player simultaneous play, then you have dialogue together, your characters do, which is kind of cool. That might be kind of a new thing for the shoot-'em-up genre. Well, I hope you all had a happy Mother's Day. And this is Keith. He is a kind of a jokey U.S. pilot. He's a family man and a baseball fan. His full name is Keith Bishop. Another character that you can choose is Hien, and he's a Japanese ninja. And another character you can choose is Mao Mao, and she is a Japanese pop idol singer. And I might have mentioned before, but there will be 2 characters for each country, the US, Japan, Sweden, and the UK. And one of those characters you can choose as player 1, and one of them you can choose as player 2. If you play 2-player simultaneous play, both the characters will have to be from the same country. Which kind of sucks, but oh well. Sometimes I got clumsy, and I don't care. I wanted you to see the maximum weapons or maximum weapon strength of each character, and maybe a little dialogue from them as well. Well, we'll get to that in a little bit. We're going to play as Keith for a little while here. There are definitely differences to the strengths of each characters, and some of their weaknesses will be apparent as well. Some of the fighters' planes are real slow, and that can definitely be a hindrance. Make note of which characters are faster than others. This stage in particular gives you a lot of power-ups. By this time, I put in a cheat that gave me, I think, maximum firepower. If you're playing this in MAME, at least the version of MAME that I was playing on, putting on invincibility is kind of a bad idea, because it'll make you make the game or the end of the stage not finish. And even if you take the cheat off, it might not register, and you might be stuck. We are getting close to the end of the game. I just wanted to beat the game and show you what an ending looks like. The first time you play through and beat the game, there will be the dialogue, the closing dialogue, the ending. And the second time you play through, then it will just show kind of credits, or no, it'll show a bio of each character, like age, what they like, stuff like that. And we'll get to that a little bit later. Yeah, I just want you to see what the maximum firepower of each character is, and what their ending is, stuff like that. And we're going to go ahead and continue. And I got clumsy here, but I don't care. Now, there can be one of 2 bosses. One of them is called Pandora. Once you destroy all the parts of this craft, then it will either be Pandora, which is a skull, and I think kind of like a spinal cord for a body. It's creepy. or the other boss is a monkey, a giant monkey by the name of Osaru. And I don't know what makes one or the other appear. I don't know if there's something that you had to do to make them appear. It might just be randomly chosen. Pandora's easier as a boss, I think. If you are quick enough, you might be able to prevent either of them from appearing if you are quick enough in destroying that craft. And here is Keith's ending. And he's happy, he's back with his family. And then right after that, you start all the stages over again. And again, this time, once you beat the game, then you will see like a profile of your character and maybe another character showing like their, like I said, their age, their likes, blood type, stuff like that. But if you let the entire enemy get past you, you will just get a bad ending. There's Pandora, and I destroyed Pandora, so I will get this ending. This is Keaton here. Mission accomplished. Holy mackerel! It doesn't stop. This is the good ending, though. I guess he dies, and he has a brother that says, "I'll take over for my older brother." And then you start everything all over. And now we're going to look at Hien, the ninja. And he was the player one side if you chose Japan. Yeah, Hien flies an FSX. Keaton from the US flies an F-18 Hornet. I like that he has shuriken and what is it, kunai daggers, and yeah, there's the yen symbol for the bonus items that you can collect for 1,000 points apiece. I think you can get one extra life in this game, and it's like 200,000. I think that's it, though. There is a rare power-up that you can collect, maybe, and I think it says F on it, and it gives you maximum firepower immediately. And note that when you die, you release some power-ups that you can collect with your next life. I just wanted you to see some snippets of each character, their maximum shot power, their bombs, and some dialogue. And Mao Mao, the pop idol, the other Japanese character you can select, flies an F-15 Eagle. She's kind of a lazy girl. She likes to sleep a lot. And in her ending, there is a cameo appearance of one of the rabbits from the game Rabiolepus, or Rabbit Punch, which was also, of course, a video system game. And it is a doll that she has in her bed. We'll see that ending a little bit later. Two characters from Sweden that we did not see yet. One is named Kaufel, and he is a Viking. He flies an AJ-37. The other Sweden character is a robot named TB, and he was created by Kaufel. He flies a JAS-39 Gripen. Then the two characters from the UK is Prince William, and there's some English in this game. It is spelled Villiam, so it looks like Villiam, which is obviously a mistake. He flies an AV-8, and then River, an old man, a World War II pilot, also from the UK, flies a Panama Tornado, or something like that, IDS. Yeah, my favorite character, I don't know, I kind of like Hien. His shurikens are pretty strong. One of the characters has a cool bomb attack, and their shots will actually leave a bomb blast, and it'll last a lot longer than you might think. This boss here, you've got to watch out when he first appears. He's gonna shoot a big old laser at you, and you need to get out of the way. I am not a fan of this guy here. His bomb is pretty lame. Yeah, watch out for that laser there. Well, that's Kaufel, and he's very arrogant, and he likes to laugh at his enemies. That was one of the Sweden fighter pilots, and the other is a robot that he created named TB. And this is TB here. I do like he leaves this kind of bomb when he's shooting his regular shot, and it swirls around, and it'll take out enemies that run into it. It'll detonate on impact, but you can actually kind of nudge those bombs into different directions. Kind of cool. Yeah, they spelled Kaufel, K-O-H-F-U-L, which I think was a mistake. It's supposed to be Kaufel, not Kaufel. It's an arrogant Swedish Viking. Later, Aero Fighters slash Sonic Wings games would have a goofier sense of humor, and they would introduce some pretty silly characters. There'll be a dolphin fighter pilot later on in the series named Spanky. I'll take on all of you. He looks like Johnny Five, kind of from Short Circuit. It's probably intentional. He's made up of goofy household items. And there's William. It's supposed to be Prince William. His full name is William Sid Pride. He's an English prince. And he's trying to rescue his fiancée from the enemy. And you'll see him do that at the end of the game in his ending, or in the first loop. I do love that you can go all over the screen. You have full range of movement. But yeah, if you can avoid taking the really slow fighter pilots, or the slow aircraft, get one of the quicker ones, because the enemy's shots will eventually be fast enough to make maneuverability an absolute necessity. There's infinite continues in this game as far as I know. Some of the enemy bullets, a very precious few, you can destroy with your shots, like those. And they will be moving very slow, likely, anyway. This game's not, like, super hard or anything. It does get more difficult later on in the game, for sure. Especially if you have to fight the monkey boss. What was his name? Osaru? Yeah, I don't know what it is that triggers either Pandora or the or Osaru. Maybe nothing does. Maybe it's just chosen at random by the game. And this is Lord White. His full name is Lord River White. And he's an old World War II pilot. And he appears in other video system games. I think he was in Tao Taido. Yeah, this guy has a blast radius that appears from your regular shot and can take out any enemies that run into it. I think it's kind of cool. And his bomb attack does the same thing. And yeah, there's the pound symbol because he's from the UK. I think that's a cool touch. I really think this game was kind of a trendsetter for the shoot 'em up genre. And we'll scoot forward to some dialogue. Still can't be beaten by young punks. And we're gonna scoot forward to the end of the game. And again, if you take too long to beat the boss and you let them get away, you will get sort of a bad ending. And I mean, it doesn't really have any bearing. It's still just the first loop, and you'll have to play everything all over again. It just shows the boss destroying the world. And here is the boss released, and it is Osaru, the monkey. And I don't know why he's making a, is it a bobcat or some sort of wildcat sound effect. Yeah, he's much tougher than Pandora. If you have gotten a full power up, he makes little monkeys appear. When he's starting to burn like that, he's coming down to Earth, and you're probably gonna get the bad ending. And he got away. So here's what a bad ending looks like. He's destroying the world. Your mission failed. Try again. Well, yeah, that doesn't really mean anything. You just start all the stages over again. See? And we're going to see. This is what it looks like if you let Pandora get away. He blows up the Earth, and then you see it. It's dead. Your mission failed. Try again. And here is the, if you play through the second loop, you'll see the bio cards of two of the characters, and put in my initials. Well, now we're going to, excuse me, we're going to play some two-player simultaneous play. And again, you have to choose the characters from the same country. Excuse me. So we're going to choose Hien and Mao Mao, her name is Mao Mao, even though it just says Mao. But yeah, Hien is the ninja, and Mao is a Japanese pop singer. I guess they sort of become romantically involved at some point during the game or something, or during the series, the Sonic Wings / Aero Fighters franchise. McO'River eventually became absorbed by the video system company. At one point, they were the distributor of video system games, and they would eventually become named Video System USA or something. But eventually, they just became part of Video System. Like I said, I'd seen Tao Taido in the arcades, and it's not a very good beat 'em up. I think I've done a video review of that a long time ago. Yeah, Mao Mao's bomb freezes the enemy for a few seconds, which is kind of cool. I didn't care about being clumsy at this point. And there's some dialogue between Hien and Mao Mao. Let's look at some ending sequences. There's Hien reporting to his shogun. That's the first loop ending. And there's Mao Mao with her Rabiolipas doll, or Rabbit Punch doll. And there's a Cowful trying to go on to the next planet, but it's impossible to do it with a jet. Duh. And there's TB, his robot, and it got blown up by another plane. No way, I'm supposed to be the world's strongest machine. And there, Prince William collects his fiancée and rescues her. And there's Lord River and White. His family doesn't believe he just saved the world. And there's Keaton. And this is his two-player with Keith ending. He crashed his plane. And this is Hien and Mao Mao. They actually have a movie that they made, and there's that was Cowful and TB playing games together. And here William Sidpride and his fiancée get married by Lord River and White. Well, that was Aero Fighters, created by Video System and distributed by McO'River in 1992. Well, this is game number 14, and I hope you join me soon for game number 13. Bye, folks.